today you shall get all the necessary information on why and how to become a competent, successful, and contributing international coach. That is internationally accredited ICF coach. And why? To not only enhance quality of your own personal and professional life, but also positively influence life around you. So this is the real purpose. And the webinar is not only about becoming a coach. Becoming a coach is one part of the webinar. It is also about making you recession proof and add cushion to your career, whether you are a business person or you are an employee, how to add a cushion to your career. And this all has happened with me. So whatever I am talking is not a theoretical information. This is all I have experienced in my corporate life and then coaching career. And this is the experience sharing is my contribution to the society. I'm not doing this particular webinar so that you take admission to our program. For that, we have a totally different marketing and sales ecosystem. For that, I don't have to conduct this particular webinar. This particular webinar is my contribution to the upcoming coaches so that they take the right decision and they will not do the mistakes what I have done because there was no one to guide me. So this is the intention behind this workshop. We are going to cover total 10 pointers today. And within that 10 pointers also there are sub pointers. So it's a huge content. But this much content is necessary because I can't call you for 2 times. So if within one webinar, I have to give you all the information necessary for you to understand what is coaching, who can become coach, why to become coach, how to become coach, what after becoming coach. So there is a lot of information. That entire lot of information I'm going to cover today within 2 hours. I will not leave any important topic uncovered. Of course, I know we are talking online. Few of the people will not be very intently listening. Still, there will be unclarity. But I am going to give my best shot because this is my contribution. I'm doing it for my contribution purpose. So first, I'm going to release one poll. So the poll is asking a question to you. Are you already a professional coach? And there are a variety of the options. So please click on one appropriate option. So already more than 75% have voted. I really appreciate this. Your speed is really good. And if around 90% of you are voting, means you are active, which is good. And this is for your own benefit. If you become active, this 2 hours will give you immense amount of information, which is not possible in this world in any other webinar. So last 5 seconds, and I'm going to end the poll. Already more than 94% of you have voted, so which is good. So I have ended the poll for the time management, and I'm sharing the results with you. So 59, around 60% of you are not coaches, but you are interested in becoming a professional coach, which is good. 27% of you are coaches, but you have not completed ICF approved education. Right. So if I count the people or the participants who are not yet ICF coaches, right? And why ICF coaches, I will cover in my presentation, right? So I'm talking about around 78% or 77%. No, not 77%, sorry. 87% around of you are not ICF coaches. And yes, few of you are indeed ICF coaches. Okay. Thank you. So what is coaching? In short, Coaching is an essential life and leadership skill. Do not think about coaching as some kind of business or motivational speaking or something like that. There are a variety of the myths. Coaching is essential life and leadership skill. Like there is a people skill, a relationship skill, time management skill, right? There are a variety of the skills what you require, business acumen to succeed in life. Like that, coaching is essential skill. Many people are not aware of that. That is unfortunate part. But it is essential life and leadership skill. Once you learn coaching, you enhance your personal and professional life. Coaching business is a bonus. You don't have to become a coach only for a business. That is the icing on the cake. The real cake is you enhance your life and leadership skill, enabling you to become happier and fulfilled in your personal and professional life. That is the core purpose of becoming a coach. What is coaching? Because still people have some image that is okay, classes and some kind of teaching is coaching. No. Coaching is an intense conversation between two people, coach and coachee, wherein a coach creates an environment and through a conversation and way of being, the coach being present there, coach facilitates a process by which the client move towards the desired goal in a meaningful and fulfilling way. So surely I'm going to take questions after some time. Right. So the coaching is different. Coaching is not taking classes or motivational speaking. There is a group coaching and team coaching, but that percentage is very small. 99% of the coaching, what is happening in the world is one-on-one intense conversation between coach and client. ICF definition of the coaching is partnering with your client. Partnering is an important word in a thought-provoking and creative process that inspire your client to maximize their personal and professional potential. That is a big thing we are talking. We are not talking about just giving some advice or consultancy or solving their problem. No, it is much higher than that. Solving problem is a part of the coaching. Helping clients achieve their goals is a part of the coaching, but coaching is not limited to that. That is the reason why coaching is one of the highest paid professions in the world. Immediately after the investment banking, it is the coaching which is the highest paid profession in the world. So there are a variety of the intervention and each intervention has its merit. There is a necessity of mentoring in some interventions. Consultants have a role to play in certain situations. In certain cases, counseling or psychotherapy is essential. Like that, in most of the cases, for adults, the coaching is one of the most effective andragogies. What is andragogy? How adults learn and develop themselves, self-development. So the coaching is one of the most effective andragogies. Coaching is one of the most effective developmental intervention. And what is the purpose of the coaching? To maximize client potential. This is a very big statement. And this is a real statement. It is not only to solve the problem or achieve the goal, but it is to maximize the client potential. So the coach do not give fish, but teaches the client how to fish. And that teaching is not the teaching. It is the client who comes up with the ideas and the solution. And the coach adopts a very systematic 5-stage process, enabling, evoking awareness in the client. And client come up with the action plan. The coach is there as a catalyst and a support mechanism, not as a guide, not as an advisor, not as a mentor. Coach don't have to be the expert of any domain. Client can be engineer, doctor, architect, homemaker, businessman. Client can be anyone. You don't have to be the expert of the client, business or life. You have to just follow the process of the coaching, and you need to be a competent coach having 8 core competencies. You can coach anyone. So the potential market is very large for the coaches, which I'm going to explain you. And what is the difference between other interventions and the coaching? In case of mentoring, the mentor is a senior person. In case of consultant is a domain expert. In case of counselor and therapist, there is a relationship like a doctor-patient. I'm not saying it is only the doctor-patient relationship. There is a coaching kind of conversation even in the counseling as well. But there is a kind of the relationship. But in coaching, it is absolutely the partnership relationship. That is the, say, differentiation of a coaching over the other interventions. All interventions will give you some benefit, but the benefit of coaching in adult learning and development is the highest and most powerful. So now I will take some questions because there are some hands already raised. So I will allow you to unmute first. But I can take only 1 to 2 questions for the paucity of the time. Balanced questions I will take at the end of the webinar. I will address your questions, but at the end of the webinar. So Rishabh, just coordinate the questioning.
Varinder, I see that your hand is raised. Can you go ahead, please?
No, sir. This was just to mark my attendance.
Okay, right. Old school way of marking attendance.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right. I do see someone named Galaxy on 5. Do you have a question as well?
So if not, I will move ahead. But do not hesitate to ask question. Yes, Aishwarya, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi, Hemant. I wanted to ask, you were saying like that you don't have to be expert in that particular thing and you can still be a coach. But like you need to have a knowledge. I agree with what you were saying, like coaching altogether is like a different art, but you still need to have like subject matter knowledge, right?
In case of coaching, you don't have to be a subject matter expert or a domain expert, because the coaching is an intervention wherein it is the client who comes up with the solution. Coach doesn't mentor or guide or teach client. Coach believes that client already has the solutions or the ideas inside him or her, but client may not know the process or a technique to bring those ideas out and to validate those ideas. So the coach, through the coaching process and core competencies of a coach, allows client to discover solutions within the client. And since it is the client who always knows more about his or her life or business or job, right? So coach don't have to know it, but coach has to be expert in the process and the competencies. That is what the coaching is all about. Yes, I fully understand. It is very difficult for us to comprehend, especially for the non-coaches to comprehend this, but this is the reality. As you will move forward in the coaching education, you will realize this. And that is why the education is important. Without a formal education, it is very difficult to become a coach, because generally the human tendency is advice. I need to have a domain expertise to talk to you, right? So this is the general, tendency. But the coaching is a totally different ballgame. See, the coaching has emerged, right, only in 1995. Of course, it is very old profession from the Greeks and Romans. So they used to have the sport coaches, but I'm saying at a professional level, executive coaching, business coaching, and variety of the coaching that has emerged with the emergence of ICF in 1995. So still it is only 27, 28 years old. So many people are not aware, but the people who are aware and people who have become professional coach are very, very well off in the world.
Okay, thank you.
So coaching industry. What is so special about coaching industry? Why we are conducting this particular webinar? Why you are also interested in becoming coach? why this particular and how this particular coaching industry is growing. What is the demand and supply equation? Let us see this. Because I am a corporate professional, without I understanding the demand and supply and the ROI, generally I don't take any decisions. So in entire world, there are only 100,000 professional coaches, accredited coaches. How many? In more than 8 billion, to be precise, 8.5 billion population, how many professional accredited coaches are there? Only 100,000, only 1 lakh. Out of which 50% are accredited by ICF, the world's #1 coach accreditation and governing body. Only 50,000. And there are 3 levels. Level 1, the basic level, is ACC level. Around 30,000 coaches in the world are ACC. I will explain you what is ACC, PCC, MCC in a while. Around 20,000 coaches are at level 2, higher level, PCC, professionally certified coach. And less than 2,000 coaches in the world are master coaches. What is the market size of the coaching industry? $20 billion, US dollars 20 billion. And how many professional coaches are managing this 20 billion revenue? Only 100,000. So can you imagine the access for the revenue to these 100,000 people? That is the beauty about this particular industry. Even if it grows 10 times or even more, still there is a big potential for every coach. And the industry is growing at a CAGR, compounded annual growth rate of 10%, which is very high. Demand for the coaches in the world is 8 million. That is 1 coach per 1,000 people. And how many coaches are there? Only 100,000. So it is 80 times. Demand is more than 80 times than the supply. There is hardly any industry in the world which has such a huge demand and supply gap. What is the average income of a coach? Average in all the countries, if we average, worldwide average, it is 50,000 US dollar per annum. And this income is not for a full-time work. Coaches do not work full-time. More than 90% of the coaches, and again, I am talking about the research by PricewaterhouseCoopers, E&Y, and ICF, right? These are not my numbers. So more than 90% of the coaches in the world are also professionals. Either they are working or they are having the independent business. Only 10% of the coaches work full-time. So the income of average 50,000 US dollar per annum for a part-time work, and how many hours per week? 5 to 6 hours per week. Definitely less than 10 hours per week. That is the huge income potential of becoming. But I am not recommending you or suggesting you coaching only for the income. Income is icing on cake. I am going to explain you that. Why I am recommending this particular profession to you? It is because it is wise, futuristic, and meaningful profession. Once you become a coach through the coaching education and the transformation, you start looking at the world differently. You become a much better version of yourself. That is why you have to become a coach. And you not only add value to your own life, but also value to the other's life. You create a social impact. The coaching education is for your self-actualization and self-realization. That is the power of the coaching education. That is why you have to become a coach. So now we will see who can become a coach. So this is the reason why this poll was conducted. So any adult, of course, with the sane mind, with any educational background, so no qualification is needed. No bachelor degree, master degree, any kind of speed. So you need to be the sane human being. That's it. Who is willing to unlearn, learn, and relearn can become a competent coach. Unlearning is an essential part of becoming a coach. Learning is, of course, an essential part of the learning the coach, and then relearning. So if you have the learning attitude, you can become a competent coach with the support of MML kind of coaching education provider. Of course, there are other coaching educators also, and they are also good, right? But I will brief you, that is what is so special about us, that is what exactly we do to support any kind of being into the coaching education ecosystem. Any corporate executive, that is industry professional, from any function which interacts with the people, that is HR, learning and development, sales, operations, project management, purchase, wherein you interact with the people, can become competent coach and should become the coach to enhance their professional life competency and grow in their career. Agile coaches and the Scrum professionals who already are dealing with the teams can become very effective coaches. Ex-defense professionals who are looking for second career, second innings, people looking for second innings, career-based professionals, homemakers, any kind of entrepreneur can become very effective coach, and with the investment of few hours per week can earn a substantial income, reducing anxiety and the worry from their normal profession. That is the beauty. So it provides a great cushioning. One is the life and leadership skill. You enhance your personal as well as professional life. You utilize this particular wisdom to improve your existing business. Additionally, you get additional income. People who are interested in human psychology, human behavior, including people who are interested in one-to-one intense conversation, can become good coaches. And people, the last but the most important, people who would like to positively contribute to the society and the lives of other people can become competent and effective coaches. So this is who can become a coach. I'm talking about the professional coach. But why become a coach? What are the benefits of becoming a coach? The number one benefit is career cushioning, career risk management. In today's world, no one's career is bulletproof. Most of the industries are cyclic. Artificial intelligence is going to take many jobs and create jobs as well, right? So I'm not asking you to fear. But if you are a coach, you are not only worried on your career, because now you are having a second career. And without any conflict of interest with your existing career, whatever professional you are, coaching will never become the conflict of interest for your organization or work. So it's a great career risk management profession. In my personal story, when I became a coach, I was stagnant as a head of the department for 10 years. After becoming coach, in next 4 years, I got 4 promotions, which is very rare in the industry. Industry professional know it. You require around 3 years to get one promotion. But in 4 years, I got 4 promotions and I became a global level leader, vice president and business division head. So I have personally experienced tremendous transformation and the growth because of the coaching in my professional career. Coaching is icing on cake. That is the personal experience I'm sharing with you. It greatly enhances your life wisdom and your leadership wisdom. And it gives you the great social recognition and opportunity to contribute to the society and make a positive social impact. And the income is icing on cake. So, any questions or reflections from anyone before I move to the next topic?
Hemant sir, before we move towards reflections and questions at this stage, I would also like to give you all an opportunity of personally connecting with us so that we can hear from you, understand your story. A quick disclaimer, Before anyone comes and becomes a part of the family, becomes a part of the program, we spend 8 to 10 hours understanding who you are at a human level, understanding how can a personalized journey be developed for you, how would it fit in your life, right? Getting that in detail and that specific. So if you'd like to connect with us, this is an information session. You're going to definitely get a lot of information out of it. But after this, if you want to connect with us at a more one-on-one level, get clarity from us, get an understanding on how your journey can go forward. Hemant sir has just shared an intent form in the chat. You can fill that up. I personally will spend 8 to 10 hours with you understanding not only how can education be personalized for you, but post education, the business part of things, the commercial side of things, the career setting up, how can that be done? So if you want to connect with us, please go ahead. Yes. So far, what questions or any reflections that you would, any one of you would want to share?
You can take 1 or 2 minutes to fill the form. Till that time, if you have any questions, we can do it parallelly. That a question and answer can also go parallelly, and intent form filling also can go parallelly if possible. Otherwise, I will wait for another minute.
Yeah, am I audible? This is Mahesh.
Yes, Mahesh, go ahead.
See, in one of the slide, Hemant has informed that there can be a different role played, like mentor and consultant and other 2 things, coach. But in certain situations, you are senior, you are expert, and also you know how to treat the particular situation. So how do you separate all the roles and only come to this coaching part?
Yeah, excellent question. So Mahesh, I will explain you. A coach can have multiple hats as a professional. For example, I am personal coach, consultant, as well as mentor, as well as trainer. But when I am having one assignment of training, I wear the hat of a trainer. When I am a mentor to my industry people, I wear a hat of mentor. So in a coaching, when you are a coach, you can't wear multiple hats. Otherwise, it will look funny, right? So you will wear only one hat, which is a coach hat. Now consider that there is a profession who belongs from your domain. And since you are having an industry experience in that particular domain, it is very obvious that that professional would like some advice and tips from you. So in most of the times in life, means take this particular statement with the pinch, our experience is a baggage for the other person, not baggage for us. Our experience is very valuable for us. For the other person, it is baggage. Why? Because our experience is our unique experience. Our upbringing is different. Our situation is different. Our qualification is different. Our behavioral profile, mindset, psychology is different. So we interpret our experience for us. That may not match with the other person. With our own experience, if we try to give advice to the other person, it may or may not be helpful for that particular person. So the solution must come from that particular person. Now, as a experienced person, because see, in coaching, maybe there are 20% of the time, the person will belong from your industry. In majority of the time, the person will belong from a different industry, because you can coach anyone. Consider that it's a 20% case and the person belongs from your industry. Coaching doesn't prevent you in giving your observations and insight, but there is a caveat. You give your observation and share your experience by not attaching yourself with it. You say that is okay, this is my experience, but my conditions were different and these were the unique situation. So I am just sharing your experience. Now you analyze and you let me know whether this experience or the learning is relevant for you or not. So you are giving the decision on understanding and accepting that experience to the coaches. You are not telling, okay, I'm an experienced person. Oh, this problem, I have already solved this problem 10 years before. This is what you have to do. You don't do that. You share your experience without attachment so that that particular person takes what he or she wants to take. That is coaching.
Okay. Thank you, Hemant.
So I think people must have filled the form, so I can go ahead.
Austin, I'll request you to ask question in the next round. We'll have
Yes.
So can I go ahead?
After some time, Austin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Poll number 4. So I request Rishabh to release a poll number 4, codenamed as 4.
Sure, sir.
What do you want to know more during today's webinar? See, I have a wealth of information on the coaching, right? But what is your more interest? If I know it, I can focus more than that, more on it for the time management purpose. Because 2 hours are not enough for the information what I am going to furnish today.
Right. So we have about 60% of you are filled up. I'll request the ones that have not to participate as well. Helps us understand what should we focus on so that you get the best clarity. Right. So I'll run it for 10 more seconds and then we'll
Yes. We can give approximately 1 minute for responses.
Right, 5 seconds. Great. So, Hemant sir, 45% of the people want to know how to establish a coaching practice, coaching business at a global level.
Okay, good.
36% of the people want to know what is the investment needed to become a professional coach. What are the fees, all fees involved. 33% of the people want to know, if I decide to become a coach, professional coach, what are the immediate next steps?
Yeah.
18% of the people want to know what is the most critical factor in the way to become a professional coach. 15%, what are the various levels of coaches and what kind of coaching education is needed to reach the level. 33% of the people are unaware of who is ICF and MML.
33%. Oh, that is a large percentage. Okay.
And 18% of the people, how to choose the right coaching education.
Got it. Thank you. So generally you have to tell me from the sequence, that is highest percentage to lowest percentage for me to comprehend better. But all right, thank you. So ICF, because 33% of you are not that aware about the ICF. So ICF, founded in 1995 in USA and now present in more than 100 countries, in last 27 years have grown to become world's largest governing and credentialing body for professionally educated coaches. They have globally 2,666 education providers as their partners. Out of these 2,666, only 407 are level 2 accredited, that is higher level of accreditation at a professional coach level. Out of the 407, only 10 are operational globally And MML is one among these 10 global players in coaching education. So MML is a learning 4.0 ecosystem operating in 19 countries. We collaborate with the universities and global professional bodies like ICF and universities like University of Mumbai for life skills integrated educational leadership and coaching programs. We are a group of 4 companies: MML India, MML USA, Yumi and Life Coaching LLP, and MML Foundation, which is not-for-profit organization. And we have many collaborations at a global level. So we have the highest possible accreditation from the ICF. So whether it is level 1, level 2 CC programs, so we do have the accreditation and approval from the ICF. So there are 17% of the people, participants who were interested in knowing the coach level. So now I will take that particular topic, because this particular program is not to market MML, but of course I need to tell you who is MML, because you are attending the MML webinar. So of course, that much 1 minute at least I have to spend on MML, which I have already spent. So there are 3 coach levels: level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1 is a foundational level called as ACC level. Level 2 is called as PCC level. ACC means Associate Certified Coach, the basic level of the coach. The higher level of the coach is called as PCC, Professionally Certified Coach, which is level 2 education. And the highest level of the coach is MCC, Master Certified Coach, which is level 3. But you can only become the Master Certified Coach MCC if you are already a PCC. So only a PCC person can apply for MCC. And since we don't have PCCs here, I will focus my delivery in the first 2 levels of ACC and PCC. Once you become PCC, we will help you in understanding the MCC as well, but step by step for the time management purpose. So these are the 3 levels. For the ACC level, basic level coach, you need to undergo minimum 60 hours of coaching education, followed by that 100 hours of practice, coaching practice. And to become a PCC level coach, you need to undergo minimum 125 hours of education, including mentor coaching of 10 hours, and followed by that 500 hours of coaching practice. And MCC is a different criteria, which I will talk if you are having a specific question later. So with my personal experience, and I'm sharing with you, that is when I become ACC coach, my knowledge was damn limited. The program did not cover NLP, positive psychology, emotional intelligence, neuroscience. Nothing was covered in the program. It was so basic education. What is coaching, coaching process, and coach competencies, full stop. No coaching business, nothing else. And I have one of my colleagues present today. So we were partners in our NLP training at Goa. So I had to do variety of the other training programs. Then afterwards, I did a program on psychology and emotional intelligence and neuroscience and variety of the things I had to do. So a 60 hours of education is a very limited education to become life-wise, because who is a coach? Coach has a life wisdom. Do you really believe that in such a small time one can become wise? It is not possible. That was the reason I launched the world's first master degree in emotional intelligence and life coaching in year 2017. For last 6 years, we have produced more than 500 master degree holder coaches. It is a 2-year program, but most of you, or for most of the professional, 2 years program is not possible. And it is a campus degree. You have to go to the college for that. That is the reason we join hands with the ICF for a certification program. But even 125 hours is not enough. Okay, ICF approves the program for 125 hours, but within 125 hours, we cannot deliver the comprehensive education what is needed to become competent, successful, and contributing coach. That I will come to you after some time. But I recommend that you go for minimum PCC level to start with. Like me, many people first become ACC coach, then they go to PCC coach. So they take a separate education for ACC. Then they apply to the ICF by paying fees. They wait for another 2 years. Then again, they take a separate education of the PCC. Again, they apply to the ICF by paying $400-500. So the overall cost of a break journey, separate ACC, gap, and then PCC is twice the cost of you directly taking a program which directly makes you PCC. You don't have to become a ACC coach. You take the education and you directly apply to the ICF to become a PCC coach. That is what is our recommendation. Many coaching educators will not tell you this. Why? Because it is a double business for them. First, they will make you ACC, and after 2 years, you will again join them to become a PCC. We do not recommend anyone for a break journey. Okay, for any reason, if you want to do it, you can do it. We can certify you at a ACC level as well. But the most cost-effective and the time-efficient way to become a higher level professional coach is to take level 2 ACTP education. So there are two kinds of education in ICF. One is called as SCSPH, which is the lower kind of education. One is called as ACTP, which is higher kind of education. So I recommend all of you to take ACTP route, whether you do it with the Master My Life or with the any coaching educator, right? My blessings are with you. You take ACTP education route and you directly apply to the ICF to become PCC coach. PCC coach earn much better than the ACC coaches. So you are not only benefiting in reducing your investment in becoming a PCC coach, but you also earn more earlier. So this is my recommendation. What is my recommendation? Go for the educational program, coaching education program with the institute which has ACTP level 2 accreditation from the ICF, and who are giving you an educational program, including the mentor coaching, allowing you to directly apply to the PCC level and not first to the ACC level. That is the education provider you have to choose. What is the journey of a coach? If you have to become a successful coach, what is the journey? So stage 1, you complete your coaching education. Now I will take the example of the PCC coach because that is what my belief and experience is, that you have to become a PCC coach. There is no shortcut in life. I have spent 6 years of my life in engineering education. Not that I have failed. I first did my diploma and then degree. 6 years of education. And after the 6 years also, if you ask me how much I know about the engineering, hardly anything. 6 years. And you think that is okay, within some small education means you will become a great international coach. Of course, you need to spend enough time, proper education, proper practice. So there are 3 levels to become an international level coach. The first is the coaching education, which is minimum 125 hours of education, but that is also not enough. I will come to you with that. And you must go for the practicum, that is mentor coaching, without which you cannot get the credentials from the ICF. You must develop your practical skills. It is not only theory. Becoming a coach is not a theoretical exercise. You are becoming a professional, so you need to develop the practical skills. So this is level 1. With the level 1, you get a certificate from a coaching educator, including ICF. It's a joint certification from a coaching educator and ICF. For example, I will take example of MML. You get the certification from the MML and ICF joint certification, level 1. So now you are stamped as a professional coach. You start your own coaching practice. How much practice? For the PCC level, 500 hours of practice. And this 500 hours of practice is not a free of cost practice, out of which 450 are paid hours. So you start earning as soon as you are certified as a coach. And then you start your coaching business. And once you accumulate 500 hours of coaching practice, you again apply directly to the ICF, not to MML, directly to the ICF for the PCC level credential. So the PCC level credential is a icing on cake. It is the additional authenticity stamp what ICF gives you. Is it essential? No, it is not essential. Even if you are a certified coach, you can still do a wonderful business and many coaches are doing it. But if you get this additional credential from the ICF, it gives you additional credibility, especially with the corporates. At a personal level, okay, whether you are a credential coach or not doesn't matter. But at a corporate level, it matters. So you apply online to the ICF and you pass one credentialing exam. So these are the 3 stages to become international level coach. Stage 1 will take you approximately 9 months. Stage 2 will take you approximately 1.5 years because it's a 500 hours of practice. And then it is the 4 weeks is what you will take for the credentials. So it's a journey of approximately 2.5 years to become a credential coach. And it's a journey of around 9 months to become a certified coach. So first I will go for the investment of the time, because just now I explained you the time. So the investment of the time to become a SCC level coach is 3 months of coaching education plus 3 months of mentor coaching. Followed by that 4 months of practice, because you have to complete 100 hours of coaching practice. So how much time we are talking about? Approximately 10 months. For a PCC level, 6 months of education, mentor coaching remains 3 months, and 15 months of coaching practice. So approximately we are talking about 2 years. So within 2 years, you become a professional level international coach. I think, tell me the profession wherein with the 2 years you become the international level profession. Engineering, not possible. Medical, absolutely not possible. Architecture, no chance. Psychologist, no. There is no profession which I know. So the 2 years is in my opinion, the minimum possible investment to become a new kind of domain expert or the professional at an international level. So this opportunity you are having with the coaching education. And this is not the information of MML. I mean, you can do it anywhere. So this is the standard information I am giving. Now the investment, 36% of you wanted to know the investment needed to become a professional level coach. Again, I am going to give you the generic information as well as MML information. You take your call. For the SCC level, the average investment needed to become a SCC level coach at a lower range, because there are how many coaching educators in the world? 2,666. How many are level 2 ACTP PCC level accredited? Only 407. Out of which how many are working at a global level? Only 10. Right? So there are some institutes which are at a lower bracket. There are some institutes which are at a higher bracket. At a lower bracket, your average investment, including the fees to the ICF, everything. I am talking about the total cost, not the fees to the coaching educator provider. Your total investment, total cost to become an international coach, including the coaching practice, including everything, is $2,300 at a lower range. What is the higher range? $5,500. So the $5,500 is not the highest fee or not the highest investment. There are people who are charging even $15,000. Right? But right now we are talking about the average. Right. So in that higher bracket, if I calculate the average is 5,500 and it's a weighted average. It is not a simple average. I'm an engineer, so I do all these kind of calculations. So weighted average is $5,500. And what is the MML package, including some supports, is $2,800 to become a ACC level coach, including fees to the ICF, everything put together. But if you have to become a PCC coach, and that is my direct and honest recommendation to you, do not go for ACC route, directly go for the PCC route, because in a medium term, not even long term, in a medium term, you will save a lot of money and you will gain a lot of more credibility as well as better fees. Right. So it is time efficient, it is money efficient, and it gives you more credibility. So with any institute, if you want to go, directly go for a ACTP level 2 PCC level program, wherein you directly become PCC coach, not first ACC, then PCC, direct PCC. What is the lower range of investment? $4,000. What is the higher bracket average investment? $10,500. And what is the investment at MML? $4,500, including everything, right? So this is I'm just giving you the macro idea, at a higher level idea. There are a variety of the packages which are lower than this, higher than this, but that is not my work. So for that, you have to fill the intent form, and my sales and marketing team will explain you variety of the packages. So this is the investment needed at a global level, average investment needed to become an international level professional coach. How to choose the right coaching education institute for you? MML is not the only right coaching institute. There are many. Don't worry. This is not a marketing webinar, right? I'm doing this for the contribution so that you take the right decision. So number one, you have to select a institute which has ACTP level 2 accreditation. How many institutes are there in the world? 407 who have the ACTP level 2 accreditation. Do not go for any institute which do not have ACTP level 2 accreditation. Recommendation number one, with all the experience I'm talking about, and not only my experience of the fellow coaches, because I'm part of the global coach community. You have to look for the holistic curriculum, which is not only coaching related, but the life wisdom related. It should cover variety of the life wisdom domains, NLP, neuroscience, emotional intelligence, behavioral intelligence. Not only individual coaching, but the group and team coaching. Not only life coaching, but executive coaching, business coaching, relationship coaching, child and adolescent coaching, marital and couples coaching, transition coaching. So there are a variety of the coaching specialization, and that curriculum need to cover all the major specializations and not only the certification, because people just stamp the specialization in the certification. Is there any specific education being awarded to you? And what are the number of accredited training hours? ICF says minimum 125 hours, but they are not enough. I'm telling you on record, they are not enough, because this recording will be available to you. So whatever I am talking is on record. 125 hours are not enough. So ICF has given a range, minimum 125 hours and maximum 175 hours. So go for the institute which is giving you coaching education nearer to 175 hours. Only theory is of no use in the ChatGPT world. All the theory is available. You ask any question to the ChatGPT and ChatGPT will give you the wonderful response, and you can learn from it in a very concise way. So the theory is commodity. What is the practical skill development component of the program? In coaching language, there has to be observed coaching sessions wherein you are coaching to a person. One-to-one coaching, only two, and there is a experienced observer, a ICF-PCC marker assessor. There is a separate category. They are observing you and they give you the written feedback, as well as they explain you their feedback within that particular session is called an observed coaching session. How many observed coaching sessions are there? There are many institutes who do not provide any observed coaching sessions, unfortunately. What is that they are doing for your core competency development? There are 8 core competencies what ICF has stipulated: maintaining presence, ethics, agreements, listening actively, cultivating trust and safety, clients' growth, evoking awareness. So there are 8 core competencies. What is that they are doing so that these competencies will get developed in you? Not only definitions of the competencies. They are available on ICF website and with ChatGPT. What is that program is doing so that from the level A, you are reaching level B during the program. Of course, after the program also, you will continue to improve because of the coaching practice. But what is that program is doing to increase your competency level? There are 37 PCC markers, what ICF has stipulated. What program is doing so that you develop those 37 PCC markers, not only giving you those names of the 37 markers. What is that content within the program? Practical skill development into the program. Is the institute evaluating your coaching call recordings and giving you the feedback on your own coaching style, strengths, and the improvement areas? So without this practical skill development, don't do coaching education just for the certification purpose. Nothing is going to happen. There is no value for the certification in this particular world now. What is the wisdom and the skill you are having? That is what it matters. Certification is just one aspect of the game. You need to have the certification for the credibility, but that is the starting point. You will not succeed because you are a certified coach. You will succeed because you are having practical skills. What is the faculty of the program? See, the coaching is an international profession. It's a humanity profession. I'm not an Indian coach. I'm an international coach. I can coach anyone if there is no language barrier. I know, say, a few languages. In these particular languages, I can easily coach. And in future, the technology will come. That is, I will talk in my language and it will be converted into that particular person's language. So even the language will not be barrier in a few years' time in a one-to-one conversation. So if I'm an international coach, what is the faculty of the program? So there are few important continents and important countries in the world where there is a great coaching business. North America, Europe, Southeast Asia, UK, means I'm considering UK separate than Europe, India, China, Japan, right? So unless you get exposed to this global cultural diversity and the coaches from those areas and they telling you that is how to do business in those particular countries, you can become international coach just by taking learning from say either Indian faculty or any one particular country faculty. So you have to see whether the institute has global faculties and what is their qualification and experience, how many years of coaching experience they are having, not age, coaching experience. So this is what you have to see. And finally, which is the most important, what is the support ecosystem institute is providing you? Getting certification is still easier, but afterwards you have to do 500 hours of practice. 90% of us cannot do on our own. Unless you are employed in an organization who is giving you the coaching opportunities as an internal coach within the organization, then it is very much possible. For the agile coaches and all that, it is cakewalk. But if your own organization is not giving you the coaching opportunities, and if on your own you have to do 500 hours of practice without institute support, it is impossible to do it in, say, 2 years period. You will take many, many years then. So is institute offering you support so that you can complete 500 hours of practice, out of which 450 has to be paid? So these are the 5 pointers you have to look. And if these 5 ticks are there, you join any institute which is offering you best value for your money. MML program is called as Global Coach Certification Program. It is a truly international coach certification program, codenamed as GCCP. The program operates in 19 countries with more than 30 global faculty and mentor coaches. And additionally, we have a MML support ecosystem in the form of You, Me and Life Coaching Mastery Consortium, which helps you in completing your 500 hours of coaching practice and support you in the business development. This GCCP program, again, I'm on the record, is the world's most comprehensive, valued, cost-effective and efficient way to become a competent, successful and contributing professional coach. Why I say this? This is a ACTP level 2 educational program with the practicum. So this practicum term is used by only 4 to 5 players in the world, which is a great skill development element into the program. So you can search on the Google and you will find in the world only 3 to 4 players are there who are having this practicum. which is a combination of observed coaching session, mentor coaching, coaching practice support, assessments, variety of the assessments, development of a coach toolkit. That is, you will have your own coach toolkit during the program so that you can immediately start your business. You will have variety of the tests and assessments and the checklist and the forms, everything ready with you. And you get additional 6 CC certification, that is continuing coach education. What are this certification? Emotional intelligence coaching, neuro-linguistic programming coaching, positive psychology coaching, spiritual intelligence coaching, neuroscience coaching, and group coaching. These are the 6 additional certifications you get from the master classes. So one is the GCCP, which is the main certification of 175 hours. And these are the additional 6 certification, which provide you the toolkit. The idea is you have to understand few of the important tools and techniques and process of NLP, EI, and PPY and all that, right? So these additional certifications help you in building your toolkit. That is the idea. So the duration of MML GCCP program, coaching education program, is 24 weeks, 6 months, including group mentor coaching. So the current batch has already started on 7th of March. The next batch is scheduled on 3rd of April. And if you are already SCC coach and looking only for the PCC component of the program, then the batch is starting on the 9th of May. Of course, this is too much information. If you fill the intent form, the team will connect with you. This is the 175 hours, the highest possible education hours, out of which 128 hours are coaching education and 47 hours is only skill development component, practical, purely skill development. In 128 hours also there is a skill development. Apart from that, there is a only focus skill development of the 47 hours. Curriculum is spread over 6 months, 6 modules. And there are 2 classes which happens every week, 2 hours per session online, but live faculty. It is not the video class. It is the live faculty interactive class twice a week, 2 hours per session for the duration of 6 months. Andragogy is Indian Vedic wisdom based. Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasan. Okay. Too much of information, step by step. It is adult learning oriented, interactive, and experiences shared by international PCC and MCC level coaches. Practical tips are provided. It is a very experimental, it is an experiential program. It is not a theoretical program, but theory is being provided to you by our own curated coach study guide. During the question and answer session, I will show you that is what is the quality of the coach study guide we provide, which has all the information you require in the world. You don't have to refer any coach book other than the notes provided by us, because they have the video links and the article links and the variety of the links. This is the curriculum. The first month focuses on developing your competencies in coaching process, a 5-stage coaching process. Second month starts developing your 8 core competencies. It's a journey, but the journey begins in month 2. The third month is all about who am I? Indian Vedic wisdom, coupled with some Western wisdom related to the self-discovery, values, strengths, limiting beliefs, cognitive behavioral therapy, everything. So it's a very important module which will make you more self-aware and self-actualize. So this is basically for the life wisdom. This is not only for the coaching practice. This is for the life wisdom. This is for the life and leadership competency development is the month 3. Month 4 is all about coaching skills, no theory, right? Only assessments, practice, and all that is part of the month 4. Month 5, you decide your specialization. Whether you want to become executive coach, career coach, transition coach, business coach, coach for the top leaders, life coach, relationship coach, marital coach, whatever is your specialization. So there are 3 domains we have created. One is a life coaching domain, another is business coaching and leadership coaching domain, and the third one is executive and the career coaching domain. So you will choose that particular domain to attend classes, but you will also get the notes and the video recording of the other classes. So you will not miss any specialization, but you will be part of the one specialization domain based on your interest. But you may not know your interest. That is the reason at the start of the module, we conduct a session on identifying your niche, which is personally taken by me. And through the interactions, you will discover your niche, and then you will select your specialization domain. So it is about the coaching mastery and coaching specialization, month 5, module 5, and month 6, module 6 is all about coaching business. How you will develop your personal brand, how you will acquire profitable clients, how you will create the coaching packages. Everything is part of the month 6. So the program is very comprehensive. It not only includes coaching process and the competency development and the skill element, but it develops life wisdom through the form of who am I self-discovery. It allows you to learn specific tools, techniques, and the processes related to your interested specialization. And finally, it allows you to become a successful business professionals in coaching with a very comprehensive 1 month interaction. So with this, Rishabh, are there any alumni who will share?
Yes.
Okay.
So everyone, wonderfully so, we have one of our ex-learners. Her name is Priyam. Priyam, I hope you're here to share her experience of the journey for you, to share her perspective of how the journey went and how wonderfully it worked out for her, right? So Priyam, I pass on the mic to you. You can unmute yourself and share your experience with the people.
Hello, Rishabh. Hello, Hemant. Hello, everyone. Sorry, just pardon my casual attire, but I just came from work and a lot of things to do. So, a quick introduction. My name is Priyam Dhamankar. I'm from Mumbai. I am a legal and compliance professional. I'm a director in my company. My age is 36. Why I'm saying this? I'm saying this because this is what exactly prompted me to take up this course, because I got thrown into a leadership position. I mean, of course, I like it, but why I say got thrown is because I didn't expect it. And then obviously, when you want to level up, you are expected to have certain competencies, you're expected to have certain people skills. And rather than developing my practice as such, my expectation from this course was to see for myself how I can enhance my people skills, how I can equip others with the tools and help them grow, which is my passion. And that's what led me to the course. With this understanding, stepping into the course, actually the course gave me much more than what I expected. I echo every word of what Hemant was mentioning right now, and I would testify everything that he said with respect to the way the course is structured, what it will leave you with, what experience it will give you. And definitely you will experience a lot of things when you go through the course. You will experience the change in you. You will experience the way you see, or your perspective changes towards your things, not necessarily in a spiritual way, but definitely you will be able to evaluate things around you in much better position. If you want to start your coaching practice, then I would say MML gives you all the tools, right from equipping you with the theoretical knowledge, with the practical sessions, and what I think is the most important thing that MML does, which I have really not heard of anyone doing in whatever research I have done when I was looking for a course, is they literally handhold you in developing your practice. This is something very unique because, you can be taught, you can be given the skills, you can be given the, syllabus to study, etc., etc. But I have really rarely seen any institute preparing you, engaging sessions with you, taking your queries and really helping you to set up your business, opening up forums to find clients, telling you who to connect with, helping you discover or find your niche. I think that is something which is really unique and which I really admire about MML. Since all of you are aspirants, I would kind of mention some things which I would like to mention when I was a student. Is first of all the study material. As Hemant mentioned, I would echo that the material is something which is very comprehensively made. It's been made keeping in mind the tailor-made need of the audience, and it is not, when you read the material, you'll realize that it is not taken off the net and bound into a book and presented to you. It has really been customized and worked for the purpose of the class. The classes happen very punctually. You will see the faculty joining. If your class is at 5 p.m., then the class starts at 5 p.m. The technical platforms that they offer are very sound tested. It's very stable. So you'll not experience, very rarely will you experience things like sound is not coming, platform is not working, faculty is not turned up. That doesn't happen. It's very methodical, very, very professional. You will also realize one thing which I experienced is the batch mates that you will have in your batch are people who join from very diverse fields. So in my batch, for example, there was someone who is into a full-time NGO running business. There's someone who's a professor. There's someone who is doing something like me in the corporate, So there are varied personalities that you will also get exposed to during this session, and that will also add to the richness of the experience that you get while interacting with them, while observing them, while seeing different or doing different observe coaching sessions with them. Observe coaching sessions, another thing, is something which really helps you. It starts very early in the session. So it's not like you are going through the course and then you are waiting for the practical experience to happen, but then only theory is going on. That is something that will not happen. You will be given to experiment the skills that you learn from very early on, so that throughout the course, you really get a chance to hone them. And another notable thing which I would like to mention is I think MML team is very focused on taking student feedback at regular intervals. So when your classes are also going on, one thing which I really appreciated is that they are very particular about taking feedback during the course, so that you can share your difficulties or ask questions. Many a times in our batches, we used to ask same repeated questions again and again, but I think those are clarified very sincerely, and that's why I appreciate the entire experience that I had. I really, really cherish what I have learned, and I do not want to make it sound like probably I'm exaggerating, but it is for you to experience. Like Hemant said, it's an experiential course. You will, as you invest your time into this activity of coaching, learning the syllabus, experimenting the tools that you get, you will really see the circle around you changing, and you will really see, getting that experience and finding the course worth it. So those are my few words. Thank you. Thank you, Rishabh and Hemant, for giving me this opportunity to share my views with everyone.
Of course. Priyam, thank you so much. I really appreciate the time out and then giving a ground level experience and rather perspective to our learners, what they can expect. And I'm sure it's going to help them wonderfully in their journeys as well if they connect with us. But yeah, thank you so much for spending the time, and really appreciate it. Take care. Have a good day.
Thank you.
With that, I'll quickly bring people back to the intent form. Come speak with us, get an understanding on, by the way, there's going to be no selling. Absolutely. We do not believe in selling you a program or something like that. Coaching education cannot start with selling you something. Coaching education needs to start with you getting coached yourself, right? So come speak with us. Let's see how we can build this journey for you, and how you can become a part of, let's say, the the May batch or the June batch, right? But yes, intent form is there for you. Come and speak to us.
So meantime, we can take a question from Pritesh. Pritesh, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so just want to share my journey and what I'm looking for. So actually, I'm a full-time medical oncologist, right? So I treat cancer patients, and I haven't been working since last May, but I didn't know anything about coaching and no exposure. Suddenly in November, I'm like doing a mindset coaching with somebody from India, and then right now I'm doing the Mind Valley certified life coach program. So I'm already done with the coaching essentials and the presence and stuff. So, but they have links in there saying about ICF and EMCC, and I found your website. So, so yeah, I mean, I'm interested directly with the PCC because, as you said, it's like that's the most best way to get to that level. But you said about that once you finish the 2 years and we have to give a credentialing exam with the ICF. So how, is there any chance that you
No,
may
no.
not pass?
So basically, we have many PCC coaches in our cohort. So we have a YML CMC. There are more than 200 coaches, out of which, say, 50% of PCC, they have already passed this particular exam. And we conduct a quarterly sessions on this particular exam. So don't worry, we are much above the exams and all that. Right? So that is not
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Oh, and then I guess I'll discuss the other because I have the printout here about the PCC packages and stuff like that. But it says like when you take package 3, you can specialize in one
Specialization.
thing, but specialization. But if you want to do more than one, then it's a separate customized package
Right.
or something like yeah.
See, believe me when I say this, that package is more than enough. That is
Okay.
one specialization, because you are going to learn about all specialization and you will learn more about one specialization. That is more than enough. More than that is not required.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said like it's Monday and Thursday, only 2 hours, right?
Exactly.
Till all the 6 months.
All the 6 months.
Because I have to plan it out in such a way that I can work and do these hours,
So for that also, you will get the session recordings of all the sessions, right? So don't worry, we have an extraordinary support system because many senior director level people and the top businessmen are part of our cohort. So we know how to manage busy professionals, and the entire ecosystem is there to support you.
Okay. Thanks, Hemant. Thank you.
Pritesh, so I see that you filled up the form. I'll be connecting with you very soon, tomorrow or day after. We'll create this journey for you. You'll be actually seeing what journey am I talking about when I say I've mentioned 8 to 10 hours quite often in this call, right? What exactly is happening in those 8 to 10 hours? And we'll get to how should you make it for yourself, number one. And number two, what's the best way for you to move forward? So when it comes to packages and everything, we will get into the depths of each of those.
So yeah, thank you. So is there any question from anyone before I move ahead? If not, I will move ahead. So our USP is the success roadmap, because when I became coach for the 2 years, I struggled to get business in spite of my corporate background. Right? So I know that is without support system, it is not possible, right? Because your corporate connects are your corporate connects. They are not your personal connects, right? So I have, understood the lacuna of the system, and I have created an ecosystem, and I'm passionate for that. I'm not doing this particular business for money, right? So I have been at a global level top executive. So now my life purpose is different. I have created this particular ecosystem for people to flourish as a coach and then contribute to the society to make this world a better place to live. Of course, it looks more, ideological, but it is not. Right, I'm an engineer and I'm a very practical person, and I think it is practical to make this particular world a better place by developing coaches, mentors, teachers who can then further develop the society. So what is the support ecosystem we have created? It is called as trademark of MML, called as MSR. That is MML Success Roadmap. So once you fill the intent form, you will first start your discovery. We will give you the behavioral intelligence test, this test, life purpose test, direction test, like that. Everything free of cost. You don't have to commit us admission, nothing, no single rupee advance. So Rishabh and the team will spend few hours with you, not minutes, few hours. And they will understand what exactly is right for you, what is your persona, what you want to do. So that is called the discovery phase, free of cost from MML. No, commitment, because that is our contribution, simple, right? If I contribute to say 1,000 people to discover themselves and out of which only 100 take admission, it is all right to me, right? I'm not looking for too many admissions anyway. Then the next stage is you join the program. If at all you join the program, then we will grow you as a being. At a personal level, at a professional level, as well as at a coach level. So that includes spiritual growth. That includes who am I, self-discovery, 8 core competencies which are necessary life and leadership skills. So your growth stage starts. You develop spiritual intelligence, emotional intelligence. Then at the end of your growth funnel, you start clarity. You get clarity on your specialization. Right now, you don't have clarity. Right now, you will choose the program like Pritesh was talking, one specialization. Which specialization? Right now, he don't know. During the program, he will discover, okay, this is where I resonate more. Right? So he will choose that specialization. He will choose 2 specializations. One is the certification specialization, which can be executive coach, business coach, life coach, this coach, that coach. And one is another domain expertise specialization, emotional intelligence coach or NLP coach or positive psychology coach or spiritual intelligence coach. Right? So that he will discover. Right? So this is the growth phase. Then, of course, the practical skill element, everything is there. But only growth and the knowledge and the skills are also not enough. You have to build your business. We will support you in building that particular business, starting from the ICF credential and supporting you through the YML CMC, which is our international coaches platform, wherein international coaches practice with each other. And there are a variety of the business opportunities which are given to the YML CMC members. You develop your own business plan, your own personal brand. Business plans means it is not a corporate business plan like that. And the business plan means, okay, what is your coaching model, right? How you will do it, what kind of infrastructure you will have, which platform you will use. Small things is what I'm talking about. You develop your personal brand, we help you, because not necessarily everyone is from the sales and marketing background. People don't know about social media marketing, brand building. We have experts, so we will help you. We have agencies who can develop a website in 7,500 rupees for you. Properly perfect website. Right. So mobile, computer, all the features of the website in 7,500. Why? Because the wholesale. Again, we have negotiated the price for our students. Right. So finally, you will be in a position to acquire profitable clients. So we will help you in that particular. And we can even collaborate. For example, now Pritesh is from a medical fraternity, and medical people are very good people to become a coaches, because when they become wise, I think they can contribute to the society much better because their profession is like that, right? And so we can have the variety of the collaboration opportunities wherein we collaborate with our own alumni, right? We work together on some domains. There are some revenue share assignments, what we share with the senior coaches, right? So this is the way our success is. So the discover, build, grow, build, and then finally collaborate. So a river meets finally a sea. So this is the, say, metaphor we use with the MML success roadmap. So the journey of a river sees many turns, right? So like that is a coaching education. You will unlearn, learn, relearn, right? So you will face challenges, but there will be a turning point at a right time within the education wherein you will become the master and you will choose your own specialization, your own identity, right? So again, it ignites a transformation in you. That is the beauty of our coaching education. It is not only theoretical or the practical thing, but it is the transformational journey. And finally, you will go into the international coaching fraternity with the support of MML, which is the, say, metaphor for the ocean. So the intent form, I think people have already filled. So any question on MML success roadmap? Now see, I can go into detail, but see how it happens. Then it becomes too much information for the people. They cannot retain it, right? So for each stage, we have the steps, right? We are a very methodical organization. For each step, there are tools and processes. So we will give you the comprehensive notes. We will give you one page for every month. You have to just click it and you understand, okay, what to do, what not to do, assignments, homework, everything is there on a single page per month. Like that we are having, so means variety of very systematic things for you, so that even if you are immensely busy professional, you are in a position to still do it. But what we require 5 hours per week from you. Okay, on few weeks, I understand that is at least 80% of the time, right? If you give me 5 hours per week, that is 4 hours of the classes and 1 hour of your homework with the coach study guide, I think we will make you competent, successful and contributing coach. This is our success roadmap ecosystem. Any questions? Rishabh?
Right. So thank you, Hemant sir, for taking us through the MSR. Any questions so far? We've covered a lot of information. We've went into the depths of the ICF ecosystem. We've gone through ACC, PCC, MCC. We've gone through the credentialing process, something which is quite hard to understand for people. So any questions so far on all the things that we've discussed? If not, then we'll move forward.
Okay, so otherwise we will keep the question and answer at the end. So since there is no hand raised, so just a brief introduction on MML, means the people behind MML. So I'm the founder and I basically focus on program design, curriculum design and continuous improvement. So I believe in continuous improvement. Batch to batch, we continuously evolve. Right? So Ashwin takes care of the communication and branding. Meghna is a master coach, MCC coach. She is our program director and a lead faculty as well. Milind takes care of YML CMC. He is the chief officer of YML CMC, international coaching platform. Pooja is IIM alumni, IT engineer. She is your journey success coach. So she will have a personal interaction with you. That is okay. What is that you require support? Because it's a group coaching or group training, but at an individual level, she will take care of the nitty-gritties. Rishabh takes care of the sales, marketing and admissions. And your discovery phase is taken care by Rishabh. Lata, Anita, Pallavi, Parinita are all the mentor coaches with more than 10 years of coaching experience, not career experience. And they are all approved mentor coaches from ICF, and everyone is from a different background. Then at US, we are having 3 country representatives. 2 of them are the master coaches. At Canada, 1 master coach represents the Canada region. 1 PCC coach represents our Scandinavia region. Then Brazil, Australia, Russia, China, Germany, Hong Kong, France, Cyprus, Greece, and UAE. So this is where we are having country representatives. So basically, they handle those particular markets for us. Philippines, Daphna is our only mentor coach. She is not on faculty board, but she is a mentor coach again from the North America region, Canada. Saba is our assessor, international assessor and the team coach. So we have international faculties and we have a international ecosystem wherein you will have international clients as well as the participants, which is the diversity.
So I'm ending the poll. So there are 47% of the people who like the business development as well as the practical skill development. That's what they like the most and the most promising feature. 40% of the people like ICF accreditation for ACPP higher level, as well as international experienced faculty and mentor coaches. 27% of the people like the program structure and curriculum, as also learning support and coach study guide. And then we have finally 20% of the people who like that we are an international community. We are, there are people from all over the world who are going to be taking the program with. And of course, 13% of the people like that we are, the brand that MML is, and of course, the presence that we've built across the world.
Got it. Thank you. So with this now, it's an open forum. You can shoot any question or you can reflect as well. So whatever please feel free to communicate, and you can start your videos as well. Yes, Lavali, please unmute yourself and say.
Hi, everybody. Thanks a lot, sir, for your presentation, your wonderful presentation. And thanks so much, Rishab, for what you're doing. And here I'm in Niger Republic, and I'm not really a coach, but I'm still interested because by following this webinar, I really, understood like being a coach is like something to get experiences. See, so here in Niger, really, we have a lot of coaches, but Niger is a country of French. It's a French country. So, what is the support needed to be really a professional coach? What is the support needed to be a real professional coach?
Okay, got it. So I will answer you. So we have a country representative for the France region as well. So we have a country representative who will be also the mentor coach. So generally what we do, whatever is your comfortable language and the region, we give you mentor coach from that country and that language, so that that particular person helps you in giving you tips related to your market, because that particular coach is working in your market. So that particular person knows that is what is it is required to be successful in your market. So we will give you the mentor coach from that particular area. Point number one. Point number two, the ICF coaching education itself is an international education. It is not a country-specific, region-specific education. The coaching process remains same across the globe. 8 core competencies are same whether you are from India or you are from France, right? Self-discovery is a self-discovery. It's a discovery of a human being. Coaching business, yes, different regions will have their different say competition or the different needs and the target customer profiles for which a mentor coach will help you. So don't worry, since you are talking to an international organization, we will see to it that we will provide you a local or a regional coach who will personally support you.
Okay, thank you really so much, sir, for your responses, and they are really approved. And thanks a lot, really. That's all my question.
Welcome.
Lovely. Have you filled up the intent form that that was shared?
Yeah, Rishab, I already filled the intent form.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I will be connecting with you very soon, and we'll build a personalized journey, and we'll specifically focus on how you can take it forward, how you can become successful.
Okay, thank you, Rishab.